It is Mayor's Week here on Community in Focus. It's a week where we're spotlighting some of the big things that are happening in the communities across our region. Now, one of those places, Murphysboro, and I am now joined by Mayor Will Stevens. Mayor Stevens, welcome to the show today.
Hey, thank you so much for the invitation. I really appreciate it.
Well, it is our pleasure. Now, I know that you're on the cusp of a big event for Murphysboro, and we're talking about the Big Muddy Monster Festival there. Will you just tell us a little bit about the festival?
Yeah, I really got to hand it to Mike No. He's a business owner downtown, and he really was the person that put this together 3 years ago to highlight the 50th anniversary of the first sighting of the Big Muddy Monster.
It's so fun.
It is, and so this year is the third annual. We're going to have food vendors, we're going to have speakers, people who saw the Big Muddy Monster 50 years ago, people from around the country that study cryptozoology are going to be in town. We're going to have a showing of the famous Bigfoot movie from years ago, Harry and the Hendersons, at the Liberty Theater.
Classic.
We're also going to have a movie that was just recently filmed about all sorts of strange sightings in Grand Tower, Illinois. So those are some of the things going to be happening with that festival.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's keep it on the topic of the Big Muddy Monster. Where does that come from? Where's that tie in with the history of Murphysboro?
So as I mentioned, 1973 at Riverside Park, there is a couple parked in a car there. They are attacked by the Big Muddy Monster in their car. They flee to the police station and immediately file reports. We have all of those reports on the city's website.
Wow.
And they are extensive. I'm talking about hundreds of pages of police reports. Police responded, heard something screaming in the woods, took pictures of footprints. It became a worldwide news story. And really reviewing that file is quite fun. So, you know, the history of it has really kind of got into the community.
So you guys just embraced it.
Absolutely. And of course, we have Big Muddy Brewing in Murphysboro, which is, you know, grabbed onto that brand. We have this festival. We have the Big Muddy Monster Brew Fest in October. We just painted Big Muddy Monster footprints on some of the streets in town the other day. The hotel developer put up a statue at 13127.
And you can't miss that statue.
You cannot. You cannot.
Well, let's talk about the revitalization of town. Now, I know that you guys really pride yourself on some of the older buildings that have kind of been brought new again. Do you care to talk about what's been happening in town?
Well, I tell you, there are several people, so many really, that deserve credit for that. People like Jamie Green, people like Brooke Guthman, and others that have come along and bought these buildings and updated them, invested a lot of their time and energy into them, and money and funds. The city has come along and created TIF districts downtown to help supplement funds for new roofs, new HVAC, tuck pointing windows.
Match grants, things like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so that's helped, I think, make people feel good about their investment and kind of help keep our downtown core strong. I also would add that, you know, it's been announced a couple of years, but we got a $1.8 million Illinois Transportation Enhancement Program grant. We're going to bury all the electrical downtown, new street lighting. It's the same grant Carbondale got to overhaul the strip.
Okay. Well, we can move on to transportation. We've got just a little bit of time left and a couple of topics. So do you want to talk about transportation or Apple Fest?
Well, it's Murphysboro. We got to talk about the Apple Festival, right?
All right. Well, is there anything new that folks can expect out there? I mean, it's a tradition anyway. So what can we expect?
One of the longest running festivals in Southern Illinois. This will be our 74th annual Apple Festival. For folks who maybe don't remember from last year, we got a new carnival ride operator, so it's all new rides as compared to what had been there for nearly a decade before. The craft fair continues to expand. We had to shut down additional streets to provide for extra vendors there. Wow.
That's a good problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Saturday Grand Parade, of course, is always you know, special and one of the longest running parades in Southern Illinois with a lot of marching bands.
It is a fantastic parade, Will. Now, for anybody who wants to learn, I mean, really about the Big Muddy Monster, the festivals you've got going over there, rehab, where can people look to learn more about Murphysboro?
Murphysboro.com. We have our calendar continually updated. I encourage people to follow Murphysboro Main Street on Facebook. They do a great job of keeping their page update. Follow me on Facebook as well. I get a lot of updated posts out there also. So lots of different places to go, lots going on.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, the social media is great. You're always engaged. So yeah, those are really great resources if you want to learn about Murphysboro.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Mayor Will Stevens, thank you for coming on the show today. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Of course.